We're here with Jim Grabb, former #1 doubles player in the world, two-time Grand Slam doubles champion. And Jim, first of all, tell me how you got involved with ThanksUSA and what brought you down here.
Well, I've known Bob a little bit over the years, and Richie Renneberg, who I'm very close to and I work with, has
Doubles partner.
exactly has been I think was here last year also, and so sounded like a wonderful thing to be part of. And as we get away from the game, there's fewer opportunities to get involved and give back. But I thought that as far as that goes, this was a perfect opportunity.
Well, great. Have you had an opportunity to play? This is a pro-am. Have you had an opportunity to play against Richie yet, or what's sort of your favorite part about playing these pro-ams?
Richie wants no part of me, so I carried him for years and years. No, I'm joking. No, I've actually hit with the little kids down on the bottom, but it's nice. I mean, people from Washington has a terrific tennis community. Everybody comes out and supports it, and as I mentioned, the cause is wonderful.
Sure.
So
Yeah. The cause, of course, is fantastic, supporting our troops. Well, let's shift gears real quick. You, of course, as a Grand Slam doubles champion, we have a lot of people on the internet that want some doubles tips, particularly from a pro as skilled as yourself. So, what's sort of the main pieces of advice you would have for a rec player who's looking to improve their doubles game?
Well, it's kind of it's a sort of a wide-ranging question. I'd say if I could point to two things, and one very basic thing is just the concept of keeping it simple. And in doubles, simplicity is sort of getting your first serve in a lot, coming in, making sure you make first volleys on the other side of the court, making sure you just put a lot of returns back into play. You sort of, the tennis is, at least at the lower levels, is sort of a game of errors, and sort of reducing errors and is going to pay big dividends at the beginning. But just keeping it simple, I think, is the first part of it. And then I think maybe as the game has evolved and the trajectory of tennis, of ground stroking has become more up low to high as opposed to the way it used to be played. Yeah, it used to be played a little more horizontally. I think that actually makes it a little more difficult to make the adaptations necessary for tennis. Excuse me, for doubles. So I think kind of shortening up, making sure that you do have that horizontal component in your stroke, getting a little more comfortable picking balls up off the court on the way up, and then being comfortable closing, coming forward, keeping your elbows out in front when you volley.
Well, let me ask you one more quick question about that evolution of the doubles game, because you, of course, serve and volleyer with Richie, but then you have somebody like Rafael Nadal with Mark Lopez. They won Indian Wells, and they primarily played either an I formation or they would stay back. And what are your thoughts on sort of doubles evolving to a game played from the baseline and not quite as much at net anymore?
Yeah, I can't imagine that it will ultimately go there. I think that there is a little bit of room for people to play back and try to change, particularly as serves get bigger and sort of start a point playing defense and then try to transition into more offense. I think I can remember two teams that have had the real success doing that, and I still think that they're very good doubles players, sort of, the best against the best. You're going to win as you approach the net, as you take sort of the point of contact closer to the net. So I sort of see those results as outliers, but I definitely see people being able to stay back and playing, taking a little bit longer to transition into offense.
All right, well, great. Thanks, Jim, and thanks again for supporting such an important cause.